I decided the best way to look at how to do section 4.1 would just be to pull up the answer book here and to just kind of show you how things have been filled in. Notice that we're having a check here, and it's check number 2,551. Numbers are normally printed here in the corner. In September 20th of 2000XX, and so it could be 2015 or 16 if we were doing it depending on the year here. That just goes here. Who it's to, the Tidy Towel Service, goes on pay to the order of, and then the amount, $68.95. You put it in numbers here, and then the check for that is that you put it in words. So 68 and 9,500. I've seen this a couple of ways. You could do it this way, where you put the 68 and the 9,500 right close, or you put and you draw the line and you have the numbers right next to the dollars, so they have no way to fill in any additional thing. So you can do it either way. 68 line and the 95 100ths over here. Again, it's personal preference. The notation, the 4 part, says 6 dozen wash rags. So they just put wash rags, and then you would sign it. So that's pretty much straightforward on a check. Most of you have probably already done that. One of the things I do want to point out here is this number right here in front of the 670. So you have 63-398. That is the bank, issuing bank number. The Federal Reserve and the banking system gives each bank a unique number, and that usually goes on your deposit slip. So let's take a look at a deposit slip on the next page. So we have Harold Lockwood here has a deposit slip, and this is number 7 here, so it's one that you would probably do as part of your assignments, but we're just going to go over it here to make sure we're all on the same page in order to fill these out properly. So date goes here, sign here if you're receiving cash. If you're not receiving cash, you do not need to sign. Okay, and then checks, he's got one check for $651.03. Again, that bank number, like 63.9, you would write that here. And that helps the bank make sure that you're getting your check into your deposit. You can leave it blank, but if you have that check number available, I would put it right in that line here, these lines here. Okay, total, he's getting 150 cash. This is what it says in the number up here, part C. And then you would do the subtraction, so your net deposit here is the 501.03. The other thing that they're asking you to do in this section is to look at a check register. Now, most of you have done check registers, so you would just keep a running balance. So you started here with $479.20, as in part A up here in the numbers, and then it says on April 7th you made a deposit of $766.90. You have a line for deposits, you have a line for checks. Then on 4/7 you wrote a check to Mario's Market on your debit card, $45.65. Then you subtract that. This is where people get into trouble with debit cards, because they don't go to the register right away and subtract. And when you have a debit card, it comes right out of your account immediately. A check at least takes a day or so. So if you know you're going to need to get a deposit in, you have a little time. But a debit card, as soon as they run it, that money comes out. So if you know you don't have a lot of money in there, be careful of using your debit card. Then the ATM withdrawal, and you're just going down your list, filling in the register, and so on and so forth, and just keeping a running balance. Pretty straightforward stuff here.